am hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling.
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news and analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. Let's get this party started, y'all. What's up? How's everyone feeling? Out of 10. Let me know. Quick one for you today. Bitcoin's currently sitting at 97,000. I got to go very soon. So it's going to be a quick one. We already went live earlier. Tomorrow we'll do a longer one in the afternoon. But we're just going to do over some quick news, mostly analysis, and we'll get it to your guys' questions and coins quicker today because we got to leave in about 40 minutes. Mike says 9.5. Yo, boy, 1,000. What's up? Caludale. What's the ticker for that one, John? Get on with Alvarez tomorrow. I'll try to get on with Alvarez. I'll message him. I know he's got some stuff going on right now. Me and him are going to start doing shows pretty regularly. See what we can do. Okay, 10 out of 10. VeChain. I like VeChain a lot right here in the short term and the medium term and the long term. Kula. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at $97,000. $97,000. Bitcoin Dominance 64.5. Still working on the up thrust right now. 65.8 is the 1618. I don't anticipate us to go higher than that. But to me, still the same thing. We're working on the finality of this. I do like that Bitcoin was chopping here at the SOS. That's pretty textbook. And then you break another little leg higher. Again, we've talked about this. Are we still in the LPS? I think we're on the sign of strength. If you remember back when I said when we were at 75K, I said that the sign of strength would take us to about 95 to 100K. We're here. We're at this moment. I don't really have any interest in trading Bitcoin right now because it's at the retracement. But I do think Bitcoin is a beat or two ahead of the altcoins. And the altcoins, to me, are finally, after a long-awaited, they're next in the chute, so to speak. So, I mean, Ethereum just getting to the retracement is going to be really good. That's going to be back to $3,000 or so. And Bitcoin Dominance is really going to feel that as well. All right, let's look at Kula from my man's John. Long time no see. How you been? KUL. Hey, Ski. What's up, China's? KULA. Not really enough data on this one. Let me see if I can find another chart for you. Thoughts on Solnic? I love Solnic right here. Super bullish structure. Bottoming structure. Bitcoin has bottomed. Solnic has bottomed, making higher lows. It's starting to work on the gruel up, if you will, the sort of grind up. And we've seen it from Solnic. It just does that until we get to a certain point, and then it no longer does. So very bullish on Solnic right here, both in the very short term and the medium term and in the long term. I think it's a really good spot. Honestly, if you can get it under 5 million, I think it's excellent value. All right, let me look at this chart, but the other one is not. Yeah, this is not enough data really. But I would say that, you know, this got all the way to 9. On the RSI. This isn't enough data. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is enough data for me to give you a good analysis on this. Thoughts on ZBAC? A little bit of inflation. I think it is bottoming, though. Cello. But yeah, China's Solnic, my number one 100x play. I really like the chart right here. Still higher low and just starting to work on that little rounded bottom again on the local bottom. So this is a higher low again. What I would like to see on the more medium term is taking out this peak right here. That's about 6.2 million. That would probably take us pretty quickly north of 20 or 30 million after that. But this is another higher low, and we're starting to round out here. So that's really, really good. Yeah. Oversold. Very good value here. Quant is up while the entire market is down. It's weird. Quant is the only coin that I would say kind of does its own thing. Where is CAS in accumulation? I think CAS is on the SOS. You could make a strong argument for that. Sign of strength. Should I hold ZBAC long term? I don't know enough about it, John. Yeah, this is accumulation here. So we had a really, really healthy distribution. This is super institutional healthy distribution. We talked about this gap a long time. I said we're probably going to fill this out. We filled it out. We already hit it pretty quickly. I would say that this is your selling climax, secondary test, spring. This is your sign of strength and your back test. So this is a pretty good setup here. The next phase would take you minimum to 14-15 cents. Going to buy 5K of Solnick. Solnick's my number 100x play. I mean, I really like what we're building. The chart's really good. Higher low structure. The whole market is bottoming. And we've seen it before multiple times where it gets in this grueling phase, right? It gets in this kind of grueling phase until it doesn't, and then it just goes quickly. So same thing, grueling until it doesn't. Grueling until it doesn't. And that's just kind of what it does. And so we're kind of in the grueling up. We were in a grueling down, but now we're in a grueling up, which is a better place to be anyways. Are we going to see short-term pullbacks here? Certainly. There's always going to be pullbacks. What up, Ski? What's up, Alonzo? Jasmine, I like Jasmine. Just a reminder, this is going to be a quick one today, guys. And then tomorrow we'll do a longer one. I might try to hop on with Alvarez if he's available. I know he's at the Solana conference. Yeah, so this to me has broken its downtrend here. This was on a downtrend. This is macro accumulation. I don't mind this. My target for Jasmine is 10 to 12 cents, but this is starting an uptrend now. So definitely a good spot. Can you look at Sonic? What up, Ski? Thoughts on XLM? I like XLM a lot fundamentally. I put XLM in the sort of same category as HBAR. Super fundamental project, real partnership, real player, right? Past inflation. XTZ9, yeah, that Sonic is my number 100x play. That Dano just pinned it in the comments. That is the contract address. But as far as algo, past inflation, not future inflation. So you're not going to be fighting that. But my target is $2 for a retracement, $8 for a parabolic. Teo. Hey, Ski, can you give your TA on whiff? I hate that bag that I bought. You hate to see it, bro. Yeah, let's look at whiff. SEI. I got you, bro. Make sure you guys are dropping a follow. I go live 6 days a week. This is accumulation, okay? This is accumulation at this point. This is your markdown. You broke in the markdown. That doesn't mean, you know, off the good night Charlene or anything like that. But this is a bottoming structure. You might get a secondary test, which would go a little bit lower. I mean, 25, 26 cents is in the cards. But this is the macro bottoming structure, in my opinion, for whiff. And ultimately, what we would like to see is to take out 78 cents. And that would mark an uptrend rather than a downtrend. It's been in a pretty aggressive downtrend, and it's sort of rounding its way out of here. You can make an argument and a case that it's pretty deep in accumulation, actually. When we look at the 5 hour, yeah, I'd probably say that this is your selling climax. secondary test, and perhaps even your spring, and starting a little micro uptrend. Ultimately, yeah, you want to take out 78 cents. This is accumulation, though. I don't know if it's going to go parabolic, but I'd say it's at least going to retrace, which is about $2.70. Parabolic would be $10. What's up with Uni? What up, Ski? Can you check ENA? Keep up the good calls. Thanks, bro. I do my best. I got a good track record. I get some things wrong sometimes, you know. I'm not perfect. No one bats 1,000, but I put my track record against anybody. Cardano, listen, I like Cardano a lot here. It has the same chart that I'm looking for. $6 to $8 is my target for that macro. Can you check Rose? Yeah, Rose, I think, is finally turning a corner here. It looks like it's broken this downtrend that it's been at forever. I think it's finally turning a corner here. That's what I think for Rose. A retracement is 24 cents to 38 cents. I'm going to be de-risking heavily here. But if it wants to go parabolic, you're talking north of $1. This is macro analysis, not tomorrow. ICP, $38, $100. What is wrong with Celsia? What is that, Cello? I don't know. There's lots of inflation. I know that. Is that what you're talking about, Cello? This is accumulation, but there's just a lot of inflation on this coin. You know what I'm saying? Do you think Suki will do more than a retrace? I don't know if it will more than retrace. I know that I will be de-risking a lot at the retrace. Gavstat, thanks for the heart. Or the roses. And China's, thanks for the rose, bro.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Jackie says, how much Solnic you need to get in the whale chat? 5 million Solnic gets you in the whale chat. 1 million gets you in the dolphin chat, but 5 million gets you in the whale chat. TIA, what's your target for Cello? Retracement, $3.40. You know what's funny? I talked about this a little bit with Alex this morning. Don't forget ENA. Okay. I've been doing content on crypto TA a long time. You know, 4+ years. I think 5 years, maybe. I've been in crypto and I've been in TA longer than I've been making content about it. I think I consistently started making content about crypto about 4 years ago. The funny thing is, the whole time, I never heard a peep about Elliott Wave. Not a peep. Maybe like a commenter here and there passing through, like on a live stream or something. Never heard a peep about Elliott Wave, for the most part. Very, very small. Very, very small. And then all of a sudden, the last week or two, that's all I'm hearing. Elliott Wave, fifth wave, all this and that. To me, that's wrong. Bro, thank you for the $5 donation. The coldest wallet. Thank you for the $5 donation on YouTube, brother. Appreciate you. Bullish price prediction for Echo Elon Prime. What is the ticker for that, brother, and where can I find it? Is that a trading view, or is that do I need to look on like Dex Tools or something for that? Please let me know, and we'll take a look at that. Thank you for the donation and the support, brother. I appreciate you.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
What is the whale chat? The whale chat is everyone. It's a group of whales, and obviously, you know, Solnic is a community-driven project, and I take into consideration what the community wants to do. But ultimately, you know, I have the final say, so to speak. But the whales have the biggest say because we have the biggest at stake. We have the most skin in the game. So, you know, a lot of the whales have done a lot of really great things. You know, obviously they're going to get to know what we're going to do first, how we're going to move forward, all this and that. So there's lots of advantages, I think. It's another direct line to me as well. What video game are you playing? I'm not. I play 2 games in my free time, if I get any. But really, I'm hanging out with my son. I'm hanging out with my sons, and I'm hanging out with my brother. That's me playing video games. So I play Fortnite with my sons because they like to play Fortnite. I'm not any good at it. I'm pretty trash, to be honest. And I play NCAA. I like NCAA. I'm pretty good at NCAA. If anyone wants to get ran through on NCAA, we can run it. XYO or Rose. That's pretty close. Man. I would have to go with Rose for upside and XYO for more guaranteed. Ticker is Prime. Okay. Elliott Wave did come out of nowhere. Listen, you've been following me for a while. Like, how many people were talking about Elliott Wave before last week? Nobody. Nobody. All right, let's look up Prime. Thank you for the donation. Okay. Joseph, thank you for the $2 donation, brother. Tars AI. T-A-I. Look, I got you, bro. Thank you.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at Prime. Okay. So this is on a pretty aggressive downtrend. So this was accumulation. It went to the retrace and then got a pretty strong rejection off of this retrace here. And now is on another downtrend. This looks to be the finality of this. I would probably classify this as your selling climax or your secondary test in phase A of accumulation here. I don't know what the inflation on this coin is. Whoops. Where's my coin market cap? I don't know what the inflation on Prime is. Let me look. Because that's a big factor. Okay, so there's a decent bit of inflation for sure. So 118 is the market cap. 369 is the FTV. So that's about a 3x. So I would only anticipate a retracement from here. I'm going to say I like this chart. Oh, I clicked on ADA. My bad. Yeah, I would just anticipate a retracement from here. And even a micro, probably pull a micro on this, to be honest with you. Let's go on the daily. $12.20. I would de-risk a lot there, to be honest. I would de-risk whatever I'm not willing to round trip at that place. $12.60. Now, if it wants to go parabolic and they're responsible with the inflation that's left, you'd be looking at $43. What do you think the total market cap's going to? 6 trillion minimum, 7 trillion medium, 8.8 trillion. What are we doing with Dynex? Dynex is finally starting to round out. All right, let me look at TII before I forget. Appreciate you for the donation, Joseph. Thanks for your support on the channel. Okay, same kind of thing, though. It was at a downtrend. It broke the downtrend accumulation here. Let me go to... Yeah, this is your sign of strength back test is what it looks like. Let me look at the inflation on this. I don't know what it is, again. I try to give like a full, not just a analysis, but more of a fundamental, a little bit, not too much. This is enough that I'm okay with, honestly. So 60 million to 85, that's about what, 30-40%. That's within reason, that's within range, so that's not enough to really concern me. So I'm okay with their inflation, actually. It's a little bit, but you know, maybe it just goes to the 1618. Retracement, 28 cents. Parabolic, or 1618, 71 cents. If it wants to go beyond that, 114. Can we all take a minute to commemorate William Watson portfolio that he sold at the bottom. It happens. It happens. I promise I commented on the video that it was accumulation, but that's okay. It happens. You know. How's your short coming along? Can't win them all, Wade. That one did not. That one hit my stop loss. I have over 5 million Sonic. What do I need to join the whale chat? Jody, /whale in the main Telegram, and then it'll get you the link that you can prove that you're a whale. Price predictions for the graph. Too much inflation on GRT to me. Is it time for us to short? If we're talking Bitcoin, I don't really have interest in trading Bitcoin right here. It's at a retracement, and it's at a retracement, and the truth of the matter, this is such a cop-out answer. All right, I'm gonna just be blunt, frank, honest. This is the most cop-out answer that I can give you, but this is the truth. Okay, we're at the retracement for Bitcoin. It can go up or it can go down. That's it. If it breaks through the 702, which is 100K, it's going to go parabolic to 118K. If it gets rejected, it's going to come back to 88K. I get it. That's a cop-out answer. But when you're at a retracement, there's not a clear sign of what's going to happen. ENA, bro. I just did TIA, bro. Do we short the also? No, I don't think so, because I think that Bitcoin is a beat or two ahead of the altcoins. So I think that there's money to be made on the altcoins. Look at M2 global liquidity versus Bitcoin. Yeah, that's a pretty popular thing right now. What's the Bitcoin crossroads? 100K. Listen, 702 Fibonacci retracement. That is, I don't care what the level is. The 702 is the decider. If anything, 9 times out of 10 gets above the 702, it's going to price discovery. If it gets rejected off the 702, it's going to backtest. Okay, so the 702 is a massive, massive level on any project. It's a massive level. It is the decider. Are you going, at this time, are you going parabolic, price discovery, or are you going to backtest and reaccumulate more? Not only is it a massive level technically, but also psychologically massive level, because the 702 is 100K. That's a massive psychological level. That's a massive technical level. Best cryptos under $50 million market cap. Not even close. Solnic, my number one 100x play under $50 million market cap. Not even close. All right, let's. Gotcha. Just making sure I heard you right there, bro. Thanks. Drop a follow if you're watching on TikTok. We go live 6+ days a week. Usually Fridays, I'm live twice a day. This is a quick one, but tomorrow we'll be live a lot longer, and we'll really get into it. Thank you for the Woodla.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Okay, let's do ENA before I forget. I wanted to go down to 88K for wave 2, then will be wave 3, break all-time high, and alts will run with it on wave 3. Okay, you might be the only one who was like doing Elliott wave pre last week. I'm gonna give you credit. I think you were doing Elliott wave. Bro, bought 1 million Solnic. Let's go, brother. Did you really? So you just type, so if you have 1 million Solnic, type in / whale, or / dolphin. So you need 5 million to be in the whale, 1 million to get into the dolphin. So in my, I don't know if you're in my Telegram, but the public Telegram, if you type in / dolphin or whale, it will give you the link to prove that you are. I appreciate you, brother. Where is it? Oh, yeah, I see her waking up a little bit. It says Elliott Wave. Yeah, literally. Literally. No one was talking about Elliott Wave until last week. I think you might be the only one who was like last week Elliott Wave. And you don't even have the same analysis as everyone else. So, I'm going to give you credit there. All right, ENA, before I forget. All right, I'm on the market cap. Listen, hear me. If you could learn one thing and one thing alone from me, market cap is the true price. All right? One thing and one thing only. If you can learn only one thing from my channel, market cap, say it with me, class. Market cap is the real price. Look at the difference. Okay, this tells me inflation a lot. So I got ANA's market cap up here. Let's see where we're at from this wave up here. This went price discovery, by the way. So we're at the 236 over here. This only retraced, though. Let's look at price. Wow. So we're hanging out at the 236 on market cap. We are nowhere near the 236 on price. I'm going to give you analysis based off of market cap, though. Retracement, 60% from here. Parabolic, 3.6x. So parabolic would take you to $1.36. They all use it wrong, Elliott Waves. Bro, I promise you, I've been making content about crypto and TA for 4+ years. Other than like maybe 1 or 2 people just kind of passing through, I never seen anyone talk about Elliott Wave until last week. And now all of a sudden, when it fits a narrative, everyone's an Elliott Wave expert. I never saw him before last week, and we probably won't see him again. But now all of a sudden, everyone is an Elliott Wave expert. Cali XT, thank you for the GOAT, the Lightning, and the TGIFs, bro.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
What's the public Telegram? I got you. One sec. Boom. Boom, boom. There you go. That should have gave it to you, I think. Can you see that in the chat? Elliott Wave gives me a target that May all-time high, June, July, 145, then 235, November. It's perfectly. But yes, now we will go down below 88K. So that's been about my target from the whole time. I'm giving you credit, by the way. I'm not putting you in the same category as everyone else, because I do think you were passing through with Elliott Wave before last week. But everyone is saying that it's wave 5 and we're done for. They're all of a sudden Elliott Wave experts. But my target has been 138K is my medium case for Bitcoin, and 207 is my bull case. So in the same neighborhood. In the same neighborhood. Week and month oversold, and Wyckoff looking good. Hopefully leg up. I think so. SEI. Yeah, I think that Bitcoin has bottomed. This idea that we're going to make a new low, I find highly unlikely. Ski, at what number would you de-risk on ICP? 35. Hey, Ski, ZBN has been rallying despite the inflation. They did a buyback recently. Thoughts? I think they bottomed. Like it's been working on accumulation to me. So this is broken the this is close to breaking the downtrend. It has made a higher high at this point. Retracement is 50 cents. Parabolic, $1.66. Yeah. As far, I'm not putting you in the same category as everybody else. But you know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden on Twitter, everyone's an Elliott Wave expert as of last week. I never heard anyone saying it before. I did it, bro. I did it. I did it, bro. Yeah, make sure you guys follow, subscribe. This is a quick one. Maybe it depends on what happens. What time I get back. I might go live and do a longer one, but I'll do a long live stream tomorrow in the afternoon. But I just want to hop on here and say what's up to y'all. Give everyone some reassurance. And all of that. All right. So if you're new here, I go live 6+ days a week. I upload 10 to 20 minute videos almost every day. I upload 5 to 6 shorts a day, and I'm constantly being consistent, keeping my emotions out of this game, being as stoic as I can be, being as rational as I can be. I don't have a perfect track record, but I have a damn good track record. I get things wrong, but I admit my mistakes, and I keep it moving forward. But that's going to be it for this time, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I'll be live tomorrow in the afternoon. We'll do a 2+ hour live stream tomorrow. It says also I have 2 million Solnic and I see a target of $1.11 minimum this year. It's going to happen sooner or later. Sooner or later. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless. I'm out.
Damn hustling, 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 hustling,
Eat your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling.